welcome back to my channel. If you've never been here before, I talk about homeschooling and family adventures and some mom life things. Today, I am going to be talking about our holiday homeschool plans and what we're going to be doing and how we're going to be homeschooling through the holidays, especially Christmas, because I already had a video about Thanksgiving. This year, let me start here. My ideal is that I wanted the month of December this year to be like mostly just focused on Christmas stuff. And that isn't to say that we wouldn't do math and reading to kind of, keep reviewing. I was going to use Gather Around's Christmas mini unit. I had heard such good things about it and I really wanted to try it out. I thought it sounded like a lot of fun and it seemed like there were still things in there that would help kind of keep things reviewed and that would work well for us. Unfortunately, the way that I changed some curriculum around, and I've talked about that in other videos, and so now I have a little less flexibility than I had at the beginning. And so I don't want to devote a whole bunch of time to this Christmas unit on top of doing some of the other curriculum things that we need to continue to do. That way we are not schooling way past like into our summer break, because our summer break is really quite short because we homeschool all year round and we have a 4-day school week. And so so I don't want to eat into our precious summer break by not doing it at Christmas time. And so we're not doing the Christmas mini unit this year, unfortunately. Bummer. Hope some of you get to try that out. We're going to do a couple things instead, and I found an acceptable workaround. So that way that most of December is still really going to be more laid back and more focused on just like fun, festive, holiday stuff. And so I'll share that with you and I'll share my plans with you. And also I learned things for next year so that way I can like really carve out that time and maybe not have this happen again. So for planning, I don't usually anymore, I don't plan on like an actual calendar thing, but this for the holiday time, that just seemed like the smartest way to go about it. So I did print out a calendar and I'm starting to fill it in a little bit and it's in pencil. I'm going to put what I want kind of where I want it, but it will depend on weather, it will depend on our mood, and things will change around and ebb and flow, but this will be a general idea so that way we can do the things that we want to do. Now, we will be doing really normal school as normal up until Thanksgiving. I did have a Thanksgiving video, so you can check that out about how we're doing Thanksgiving stuff. And then, the week after that is, Monday is the 30th. And so the week after that, like we'll probably still do, I don't know what we're going to do on Monday yet. If we'll do like normal school or if we will just shift into holiday school. I haven't decided. But every day that we school, we will still be doing our regular math curriculum. That will not change at all because it can't. And it's not bad. It doesn't take us very long. And so honestly, it's not a big deal. And then every day we will continue to do reading because I think it's really important. I don't want my son to backslide or anything like that, but we will be doing it differently. Right now, so we use All About Reading, and right now each lesson takes us about 2 days. That way we can really cover things well. And if he's not doing well, we may take a 3rd day. That's how I've like calculated. That's how much we can take. We can take like 3 1/4 days on every lesson if you do the math for us. And so, yeah, we only really have to take 2. What I will be doing, I figured out our halfway point is like the 2nd week of January, I think. I'd have to double check on that. Our halfway point will be about there. And so I like to know, am I going to be about halfway on all of my curriculum with my son at our halfway point? And so I looked into that, and honestly, if we keep going at the pace that we're going, even if we took 3 days for every reading lesson, we would be well ahead of our halfway point for our halfway through. Like we'd be further along in our All About Reading curriculum than halfway at our halfway date. And because of that, I feel like we can slow it way down and back off a lot on our reading to kind of make time, because that takes most of our time for school, honestly. And so if we can back way off on that, we can take some time to do some more Christmassy holiday things. And so I'm really excited that we get to do that. Like I said, we will still be doing reading. Some days we will do like some of our lesson, we'll do a quarter of the lesson instead of a half of a lesson, so it takes less time. Or some of the activities that we are doing will involve like reading skills, and so I might not do reading at all that day because we're at least brushing up and keeping in time with reading skills. I hope that makes sense. And then handwriting, honestly, I'm not going to worry about it too much over the holiday. I have a couple activities that my son will have to like write, and so at least he won't get too rusty. And we may here or there do a page of handwriting just to keep up with it, but I'm not worried about that like I am math and reading. And so I will fill in here. Okay, so that's all like the not fun holiday stuff that we will continue to do. And then this will be for our fun activities and when we're going to do, or approximately when we are going to fit those fun things in. And so I have made a list of things that, these are like activities. They're not, I don't know. I got a winter bundle of holiday, Christmas, wintry things. And so I didn't print it all off because some of that can be saved for after Christmas for just fun. Some of that can be saved for after Christmas for just fun things because it's winter. It's, it doesn't have to be before Christmas. But I did print off some of it, and we are going to be doing some of it like specifically at the holiday time to make school just a little bit more spicy fun. And so I have those activities, but this is separate activities that don't have to do with like printables or workbooks or school stuff. It's really more holiday things, but that I can incorporate in for fun. But there are some things that we can still make it more like school. I'm trying to think here. So we're gonna decorate a felt. I'm gonna cut out a felt stocking and I'm gonna let them decorate it. Of course, that for my kids' ages, that's like hand-eye coordination and growing their fine motor skills and stuff like that. And so it'll still, hit some of the important things. And I think I'm gonna take this time to work with my toddler a little bit more than I usually do. We work a little bit, but he's so young, I don't do a ton. So we'll probably work with him just like a little bit extra. And so I will be filling that stuff in on here, those activities, as well as the when I want to do what parts of our winter bundle. And like this is a part of a killer whale, but there's also a memory match game that's really just Christmas themed. Some patterning things and it's really hard to see, sorry. It's really just Christmas themed. And so we'll be filling that all in, and that is going to be our month of December. Now let me look at this. We will stop schooling the 22nd of December. We will be doing all this kind of stuff all the way up to then, and then after that we take, I don't have an actual clear, it only goes till then because that's all I care about. I don't really care about when we're on our break. I don't need to fill in school stuff for our break. We won't do school again until like whatever that first weekday is after New Year's Day. And I actually think that's like a Monday. It'll end up being like a Monday that we'll go back. So we will be off almost 2 whole weeks. And it'll be great. We haven't done that at all. We've really schooled a lot, even when we've gone on vacation. So it'll be really nice to not do anything school related. So along with like those activities that we'll be doing and how we'll be kind of backing off on our regular school stuff to make room for the fun activities. And so December will be a break-ish because we will be focusing on fun, holiday experiences, I suppose. We will, on top of that, I also have a pile of books. Oh, this book is probably the most important. I just got this book from Christian Book. They were having a sale, and it's a nice hardback book, and it was only like, I think I got it for like $8, $10. This is, we've never done an Advent study, besides like at our church, but with the kids. And I thought this would be a great tradition to start. It's the right age group for them, and the, sorry, my heater's on. The description and the reviews that I read, people who have older kids, they said that it's even enjoyable for them too, because it's pretty quick. It's not like a really long, intensive thing. And we will go through about basically why it's important that Jesus was born. Not just that he was born, but why it's important. Why does it matter? What's so special about that? And there's certain questions that I'm really excited to kind of engage, especially my oldest, with, and myself. So I'm really excited about that. We will start that. It's a 25-day Advent book. And so we will want to have it be done like the last day of it by Christmas. If we get it done before Christmas, I'm okay with that too. I just don't want to be doing it after Christmas time or after the actual day of Christmas. So we will probably start that, oh boy, we might even start that like the week of Thanksgiving, just to give us plenty of breathing room, so that way if we miss a day or two, it's okay. So we'll be doing that. And then I have a nice pile of Christmas books. We don't put away our Christmas books. The kids just have them on their shelves, but they're kind of buried, and they don't like, every once in a while they'll choose them randomly in July or June or whatever, you know. But for the most part, they have so many other books that they don't choose the Christmas books very often. And so I did go ahead and pull out all their Christmas books, so now they can't choose them, and we will read them at special times, and we'll kind of keep them as, you know, special storybooks. So I'll show you those here in a moment. But then I also got some Usborne books as some new Christmas books, and these are more activity. We have finger prick activities for Christmas, so I think that'll be a lot of fun that we can just do just for fun. And then the Nutcracker, it's a music book by I used to be able to say that. Tchaikovsky. I'm not gonna put that in there. Anyways, we have this Nutcracker sound book, and so I thought it would be kind of fun. We might even watch like a Nutcracker ballet. I heard a local place that has like a local college usually does a Nutcracker, and they're going to be streaming it, and so I'm going to see how much that costs, and we might watch that as well for a little bit of you know, classical interest. Okay, so then there's books that we already have. This isn't Christmas, it's winter, Chaucer's First Winter, but it still seemed good. I did have to pull out this whole thing because we have How the Grinch Stole Christmas in this big book. Love that story. I love that book. We have this big treasury of Christmas stories and carols, and it has a lot of old hymns and old stories, so this is a really fun one to read to the kids. We have this like little board book about the story of Christmas. We have The Newborn King. This is a bigger story, like a more of a normal storybook style instead of a board book. We have Olaf's Night Before Christmas. This is a lot of fun, and we have a disc that goes with it. This is one of my husband's favorite, and honestly probably one of mine. Llama Llama and Holiday Drama. It's great. You should totally. I'm gonna show. I can't show like the whole thing because I think that that's like against their copyright stuff. But this is our favorite page. Llama Llama Holodrama, and look at his eyes. It's crazy. We love it. And again, this one's not Christmas, but it's very winter. But How Big is a Million? It's a super cute story. And so those are our Christmas books that we will be focusing on during the Christmas time too, just pulling those out and reading them for fun. Of course, we're gonna watch Christmas movies and all that kind of stuff. So that is how we're gonna be schooling through Christmas. I feel like this video is getting long, so I'm not gonna cover our traditions in this one. I'm going to do a different video about our Christmas traditions, but let me know how you are planning on doing homeschool over the holidays. Will you keep doing normal school? Will you just break completely? Will you do like a hybrid like we are? I love to hear your guys' ideas. Start planning now so that way it can be relaxing and enjoyable for you and you can enjoy it. So if this video was helpful, please give a thumbs up. Please comment in the comments. I want to hear from you. I don't want this to be a one-sided conversation. And I hope you'll hit that subscribe button.